I'd like to tell you about a new feature on Advanced Charting Kit for Android, which is drill down animations. So what is drill down animations? Well, imagine you have some high level data representing, for example, sales figures. You might notice something about the shape of this data which you would like to see in closer detail. For example, you might be looking at monthly sales data and notice that one month in particular is lower than expected. You would like to see your weekly figures to see if you can spot any patterns which may explain this. For example, you might spot one week in particular which has lower than expected figures. This information could then be used to carry out further investigation into the reasons behind this. You might discover, for example, that during this week more of your sales staff were on vacation. So, one approach to this would be to have multiple elements in your UI, such as buttons or view pages, to allow the display of further charts. With this approach, however, it can be difficult to produce an elegant solution which maximizes the real estate of smaller screens. Drill down animations addresses this need by allowing you to show and hide different data series based on user pinch to zoom gestures. Let's demonstrate this with a simple application. So this simple application demonstrates the data which might be produced from a wearable device which monitors a person's step count. As you can see, the data is initially grouped by year to give us a nice high-level overview. As we zoom in, you can see the yearly data animates out of view, whilst the series which represents monthly data quite nicely animates in. As we continue to zoom, we can see even more detail as the daily steps data animates into view, whilst the monthly data animates out. If we zoom out, we can see this process is simply reversed. Okay, so how do we achieve this? It's a lot simpler than you might think. Let's take a look at the code. So here we are in our main activity for the application that you've just seen. So first we set about setting up the chart. To a lot of you this should seem fairly familiar. We're setting up the axes, the title, the legend, and as you can see we create three series for year, for month and for day. Okay, so let's look at the more important code for drill down animations. Here what we're doing is we're telling each series that it can overlap the other series. We do this by way of an overlapping stacking token. The next thing we need is a pair of animations. We need an animation to bring the series into view and an animation to take the series out of view. We use a nice easy helper class to give us these animations on demand. So the next thing we're going to do is create a listener to respond to changes in the axis range and bring those series into and out of view. And as you can see, with the friendly builder pattern, we're providing the in and out animations and the frequency at which we want the series to come in and out of view. Finally, of course, let's not forget we've got to add these listeners to our axes, which is, in this case, it's the x-axis. And the rest of the code is concerned with dynamically updating the legend. And it's as simple as that. So the Advanced Charting Kit with drill down animation is out now. So take a look and let us know what you think. Thanks.